Guys, today I'm going to show you guys my staggering Ronin build. This build is a damage Ronin build and is not for healing. There is a different variation you can use if you guys need healing. There is a little bit of healing in the build just for yourself, but none for your teammates. If you guys want more healing for your teammates and yourself, there is a slight variation that I will show you guys after. The first piece of gear is the Moon Katana with perfect parry window and Oni damage. We have the Flame and Moon Master. The Moon Master, so you can do the Moon Master cancel. If you guys don't know how to do the Moon Master cancel and don't want to learn it, you guys can switch that to Water Master and with the Water Katana. We have the Flame just because this build has a lot of fire damage. Oni damage to do as much damage as you can to the higher health enemies. Perfect parry window to conserve your health and do perfect parry, which do a lot of damage. You do need to conserve your health, that's why I have perfect parry window, because you do not get a lot of healing at all in this build actually. Even though it is a Ronin build, you get like barely any healing. For the ranged gear, I have a bomb pack. If you guys do want to try out a different playstyle with the Ronin than just spamming bomb packs, you guys could use the longbow with these perks. I'm not gonna explain too much why you should use the longbow. You guys just have to do the reload cancel with the longbow to get your resolve up. You want blast radius to hit as many enemies as you can with bombs, and status effect damage to get more fire damage from the black powder bomb, and we have the flame and the flaming roar class ability. Then black powder bombs, so they do insane damage, and I like flash bombs just because you can stun archers at the end of waves and stun Oni Lord and keep doing a Moon Master to do a lot of damage on them. Especially on the archers, I like flash bombs just to stun them so they don't keep flying around everywhere. You don't really have much choice on this anyway. You guys could switch this for assassin unlock, which does absolutely nothing on this build because you're using a Ronin, so you don't have any options, but I still think the flash bomb is good. Fire damage, on the utility charm, that's the charm I'm using, I have fire damage just because you have flaming roar and wave the flame and black powder bombs. You want to increase your fire damage so you do as much fire damage. Only damage to do as much damage to the higher health enemies because you don't really need to do more damage to the lower health enemies. Combat regeneration is just to keep you alive during the fight, during the breaks, so you'll heal up and that'll increase your health. That's your main source of healing. I have resolve increase on this, and I also have a resolve increase on the techniques, just so you can have 2 extra slots of resolve, which right after you pop an ability, the staggering breath ability, you guys could get 1 bar of resolve, 1 circle of resolve I guess, quickly, and pop another ability off. You guys could do this with bomb packs or kunai combined with like a few hits with the katana or something like that, but I would definitely recommend bomb pack to get that resolve up really quickly and pop a second ability really quick. For the Ghost Weapon Gear 1, I have Spirit Kunai right here. I have Ghost Weapon damage and cooldown reduction on kill. Cooldown reduction, so whenever you miss your kunais and don't get enough kills to reset your kunai back to 0, every kill you get will decrease the kunai, so you get your kunai as fast as possible. Ghost Weapon damage to do as much damage with the kunai as possible. With the Ronin's technique of 50% extra Ghost Weapon damage, kunai is incredibly powerful combined with super massive. Then I have Hidden Blaze just to kill as many enemies by throwing as many blades as possible. 5 kunai. Supermassive increases the damage by a lot of the kunai. With the supermassive, kunai is kind of useless. Then I have the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb is your main source of munitions, so you need to have the smoke bomb. You guys could use the caltrops if you want, but I think smoke bomb is better because you could just hide in your smoke bomb, pop a bunch of bombs, get your resolve up to 5 circles, pop your ultimate, and then quickly get your resolve up again, and then pop another ultimate. Smoke bomb really helps you do that because you can just hide in the smoke and keep spamming bombs so you have your resolve. Then I have cooldown reduction just because it's an insanely long cooldown, and cooldown reduction on kill. Same reason, it is really easy to get kills on this build, so every time you get a kill, it will reduce your cooldown. I have munitions because you need the bombs, and lucky just because sudden resolve is useless because you will always be gaining resolve, so this will probably never get used. And black powder is pretty useless just because lucky is just better. If you guys get double smoke bomb, you guys can get that double munitions, maybe pop a 3 ultimates in a row if there's enough enemies. Then let's move on to the techniques. So for the first technique, I have flaming roar. This does a good bit of damage. It doesn't do a lot of damage to a single enemy, but it does a lot of damage for a lot of enemies. It does a lot of damage to a lot of enemies just because... Yo, can you cut this out of the editing, you know? I'm thinking. Alright, I'm about to start. Flaming Roar doesn't do a lot of damage to a single target, but it does do a lot of damage to a group of targets, so that's why I have Flaming Roar. And a lot of fire damage on this build increase. Enhanced Ghost Weapon, all for the kunai, just because the kunai does insane amounts of damage with Enhanced Ghost Weapons. A resolve increase, as I explained before, with 2 resolve increase spots, it's really easy to get your second ultimate really quickly. And I have Staggering Breath. This build was built around Staggering Breath, just because I wanted to have fun with Staggering Breath and use it, because it is pretty useless in normal matches. I just think this is a good ability that is underused, and I just wanted to make a build that would make this Staggering Breath usable and actually good, so that's why Staggering Breath. If you guys want to switch up this build with like Fire Breath, just because it has a lot of fire damage, I guess you can, but this build was built around Staggering Breath. So that is the video, and let me just show you guys the other version of this build, which would let you guys heal. So you guys could use Healing Incense to incense. Cut that out from there. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys the other variation of this build that will allow you to heal your teammates. So you guys want to use Healing Incense.
What did he say?
I actually do cuss a little.
Do you?
Also,
What's your favorite curse word?
Now I will show you guys the version of this build that lets you heal your teammates and be more of a support Ronin than that build. You guys want to switch this to Healing Incense and switch fire damage to resolve gauge. You guys want to do this just because you don't need as much fire damage increase, because you did take off a lot of your fire damage with the Flaming Roar. So that's why you guys will heal with this resolve gain increase, so you could get more resolve and pop your ultimate more. So you guys could pop your ultimate faster to get more damage, just because you guys are not doing any fire damage with the ability. And so you guys will be able to do more damage with your ult by getting it faster and popping it more often. That is the build, guys. If you guys find any way to make this build better, please comment it, because I am always open to changing the build, because I want to make the best version of this build. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Alright, see you guys.